Hello. Hello. Oh yes, puppy. Are we having a tussle? Are we having a tussle? Are we having a lover's tiff? Yes, I know. Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk on this beautiful Valentine's Day in Scotland in Edinburgh. I'm Stephen Crighton, and you join Crighton Pet Services. Look out for the distinguishable logo anywhere that you're on social media, and you'll see our lovely team of dogs and all the things that we post about them. So welcome along. If you're new here, this is my business. I look after 23 different dogs during the week. We have 6 of them out together at the moment. This afternoon I'll have 8 more. I might not go live this afternoon, but we'll definitely be live for a little bit of our walk today. And all we're asking is you walk with us, make some friends, have a bit of chat, and enjoy the scenery and the company that we have to offer. As limited as it might be, it may be better than what your situation is currently, especially if we're waiting for the mailman to arrive with bundles of Valentine's presents and cards that may not materialise. Then this is the place for you to be, because forget people, right? Forget people. All you need is dogs. All you need is dogs scavenging the mud. Yes, can we leave this, guys? Thank you. We'll keep moving. We're going to keep going. Well, thank you for tuning in. If you're part of my family of subscribers already, you may be watching this back as a video on my stream. And from Edith and I, thank you. Hey, you're very happy this morning, sweet pea, aren't you? I know. You're a very happy puppy. Come on, you guys. That's enough mud. Alfie. Oh, we're getting really... Good boy, Charlie. That's a great work. And Mac. And Ruby. Good girl. I know. Well done, Mac. Well done, kiddo. Good girl, Edith. Good. Barney, Alfie, come on. Been very stubborn about this morning. Yeah, I hope that... What is it? Is it St. Valentine's? Is Valentine a saint? I don't even know. Yeah, St. Valentine's Day. That's right, isn't it? Oh, goodness. You know when you say something and then it doesn't sound right, and then you kind of say it over and over until it loses all meaning? I've got that going on. So anyway, I hope that Valentine, St. Valentine, whoever it is, has been good to you this morning. And if not, if you're done with relationships and you're done with people, here's the place to be. Come and enjoy the dogs. Beautiful dogs is the first comment that we've had this morning. Thank you. It's quite a mouthful of a username there. I'm going to call you Foxy because that's what's at the front. Thank you, Foxy. They are beautiful dogs. I am very, if I'm honest, I'm pretty biased about that situation, but I do love them very much, and I do agree that they are very beautiful. You might notice they're all around about the same size, the 6 of them. I'll get them and introduce them in a minute. They're just kind of pursuing some individual interests at the moment. So we'll do some team stuff soon. Ruby is really interested in something over there, which I'm not too keen on her rolling in. So we'll introduce the team to you shortly once we get them regrouped and all together. But they're all the same size, give or take, and that's quite deliberate. My morning sessions this time of the day, if you ever join us again, then you'll see that we're always out with the little guys first thing, and then my second walk of the day we're out with bigger dogs. So we split them by size, which is a nice arrangement that I have with the owners, and they kind of prefer it that way. And I don't know, it makes for interesting content and a different what's the word? Like a point of difference from my business perspective to say that, yeah, unfortunately I can't take on your Labrador in the morning because they're too big. You might think that it's not a smart tactic, but actually I would say that it's probably gained me more business than I've had to turn away. So interesting little business dynamic there. So goodness me, this stuff, if you're familiar with my channel, you know I talk about this a lot. This is called gorse. You see how prickly that is? That is as prickly and as unforgiving as your ex's heart. You don't want anything to do with the gorse. We don't want anything to do with that, do we? No, we don't. We just want the dogs. This way, guys. We're gonna go down the path. Good Edith, good puppies. I know. Right, let me catch up with the comments since I got snagged on the gorse. Everyone calls me Foxy. Great. Well, I'm glad I got that right. I don't know if you can tell what your username shows up as. And we've had this in the past sometimes when, you know, because everybody's got their own individual YouTube username. It's like, you know, mine's is like Crighton Pet Services 5472189544, blah blah blah. You know, you get the idea. And sometimes it displays that on the screen, and sometimes it just displays Crighton Pet Services. But Foxy, anyway, you've got a very extraordinary username. Thank you for tuning in to us. Where am I from in Scotland? I am from, and we are in Edinburgh. We're actually more or less in the city centre of Edinburgh. Edinburgh's the capital, in case you're not familiar. So you wouldn't think that we were in a capital city where we are just now. We're actually on what's called a bridle way, which is a pathway that can be used for horses, essentially. It might mean something else, but the point is it can be used for horses. So we're going to stay on this path for a little bit, not the full duration, but we're going to sneak up to the side and show you some more of the scenery around about where we are. But imagine having this in the city centre. It's amazing. It's amazing for the dogs. It's amazing for people's mental health. It's quite nice places for going on a date. We've not seen many people dating up here recently, but today could be the day. I've seen a couple of people on first dates taking their dogs. We end up talking to them. I end up talking to everybody, but especially in relation to their dogs. And yeah, we've had one or two instances where I remember one instance where the dog really wasn't taken with the guy, and the young lady had to finish her date a bit early because the dog just wasn't for this guy. I remember meeting her in the car park sort of afterwards. She was just getting the dog into the car, and I said, you know, if it was me, I would also trust the dog's judgment, but maybe you've let a good one slip through the net. I said, but I would always trust the dog. So, but again, I am incredibly biased, so yeah. Right, what's the chat saying? James, you hope my week's going better than yours. What? Please, I hope we can provide a little bit of light relief to your week. I'm sorry to hear you're having a bad one. Hopefully the dogs can make it a bit better for you. If you pick one of them out, any one of the dogs, I'll give you a close-up of them and you can have a cuddle with the dog. James, if you're having a bad week, we're sending you love. Vlad and Frank and Nick, my team, hello. Nick, you're just back from your walk. Thank you guys for tuning in. How's the weather with you, Nick? It's cold today. Let me just pan up. I don't know, sometimes the filter on the camera kind of cuts out the beautiful blue sky and the lighting, but it's glorious here today. But it's very cold. It's very, very cold. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you guys are all well. And yeah, we've we've got underway a little bit early today, which is nice. I don't know, I think we're just a couple of dogs missing. Actually, that's a good point. We've got 6 today. We would normally have 8, which is the kind of recommended maximum that the council suggests that you take. Occasionally I'll take 9, but don't tell anyone, okay? I mean, only put all over Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and everything like that, but don't tell anyone else that we do that. And it's usually when I've made a mess of my diary. I'm like, oh yeah, plenty of space on a Thursday, just come along. As I've got like dogs coming out my ears. Oh dear. There's the first of the day. Those that follow the channel a lot know this. Ruby gets snagged every opportunity. Here you go. Morning. How you doing? It's glorious. It's glorious. Oh, sorry, my rascal on the leads came your way. I'm going to have to come your way too. Sorry. Hello, pup. I know. It's glorious. These guys are coming this way. We'll go this way. This way, guys. Good puppies. It's just a golf ball. It's just a golf ball. There's a very loud ping there in the background. Maybe you heard it. Morning. How we doing? Come on, pups. Come on. Good Alfie. Good Mac. Good Barney. Good boys. Right, let me get my breath. Good puppies. This way, guys. This way. Vlad's made an interesting point in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream. Yes, please do that. That helps enormously for a new creator like me. Doesn't it, Edith? I know. And I think, who was it? James might have gone. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for liking. What are we up to this Valentine's Day then, guys? Come on. Dazzle me with how you're being treated. If I'm lucky, if I'm really lucky, my son might make me want a Valentine's card at preschool. If I'm lucky. We might get one of them, Charlie. Hey, buddy. I know, my boy. I know. Yes, if you want to woo us with your Valentine's Day plans, you can make the rest of us all very jealous. If you have any. It might just be like a kind of pizza in front of the TV kind of night. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, we're here to talk about the... Oh, Barney boy! What is it? Vlad, I love that. Sounds like the perfect day for me. I'm just trying to suss out what Barney's doing. We're getting a kind of alert howl, which might set off this one. But she's not too bothered. I think. I don't know if you heard about a minute ago or two. I said, oh, there's the sound of a golf ball being hit. We're on a golf course. We're between 2 golf courses. There's one over there and there's one right here. And this kind of land in between is no man's land, claimed by dogs. And I think Barney's taken exception to a shot that one of the young men way in the distance. You probably won't see them, but in that patch of green away down there, there's 3 guys. And I think one of them must have hit a rotten shot because Barney is letting them know. Barney! What's this, buddy? Come on. He's so fixated. He's not letting up. I mean, it must have been a terrible shot. I don't know enough about golf to comment, but... Nick, my goodness, that's a long day for your huppy. and a long day for you to be on your ownio. Yeah, that's the modern world, I suppose, isn't it? Hey buddy, how are we doing? At least you get plenty of time to cuddle up with the dogs, Nick, right? I'm sure that'll happen. I'm sure that'll happen. Valentine's Day's content, dogs kissing, yeah. Barney's actually a bit of a ladies' man. I really mean that quite sincerely. So, he's been known to take things too far in a first date, shall we say? Be a bit frisky with dogs that we've just met. So, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't talk about those kind of things. It's just a bit tongue-in-cheek, but he's a frisky little rascal sometimes. He can be. He can be. Ah, well, Nick, I'm not a football fan, so I won't comment. But I know how passionate people become about those kind of things, and oh well, let's hope his team wins. Yeah, I'm sure you're hoping for that. Look at our view. Look at this. Those hills in the background, that kind of is the boundary of Edinburgh City. And I live somewhere over there. I won't sort of dox myself too much, but I'm just at the bottom of those hills. It's lovely. Until it snows. And then we're in for it. Because over here in the city centre we could have no snow and I could still have like 4 feet. So I don't think we're going to get any snow today though. If the algorithm has brought you here, guys, and you're new and you haven't yet joined one of our dog walks, first of all, it's brought you here for a reason. It might be because you love dogs. It might be because you love Scotsmen. I don't know. Who knows, right? I don't know. The algorithm knows. So don't be shy in joining our little team. Subscribe to the channel if you like. You don't have to, of course. But if the algorithm's brought you here and you've stuck around, then why not support? And then the other thing, if you've already done all of those things, remember to give us a little like. That goes a long way as well. Please. And thank you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sometimes the camera drowns out the sound of Ruby doing this, but she is howling like a wolf. What is it? Yes, I know, come on in. I bet you thought you were muted there, guys. You probably heard me puffing and panting. Actually, I've got this rotten sinus situation going on. If anyone's got any cure for sinuses being blocked non-stop, I think I actually need to get checked to see if I'm gluten intolerant. Someone said that could be a thing. Anyway. Yeah, so they're just... It's funny how the team... So Barney started again. I knew they'd kind of trigger each other off. But it's funny how that kind of howl puts them all on high alert until they realise there's nothing to sort of going on. There's nothing to be worried about. And then we can just move on with our day a little bit. It's usually... I find the best approach is to just let them figure it out for themselves. if I try and drag them away from the problem or the thing that they're interested in or focused on, often it's a bit like emasculating them a little bit, or you know, that kind of thing. So let them deal with it in a safe way that they see fit, and it's not bothering anyone. You know, they're howling, fair enough, but there's no one around. There's nothing to be stressed about. And perhaps the fox or the badger or whatever it is that's caught their attention has scuttled away, knowing these guys are the tougher competition. Edith! Here, puppy. You're so good, Edith. It's hard to believe you were on the long line just a few weeks ago. I know. Oh, morning. Sorry. Goodness me. Vlad, the black one. Mac. How old are you, Mac? You must be 4 or 5 now. 5 this year, maybe. Say hi to Vlad. So, Mac is a Tibetan Terrier, and their purpose is to guard sort of camps and livestock and those kind of things. That's what they would originally be bred for, and so he's incredibly, what's the right word for this? Diligent. He's very curious about everyone and everything. And say, for example, I don't know, say there was a dog behind us that we didn't know. Mac would plonk himself here and he'd let us walk ahead, and he'd wait until there was like sufficient space between us and almost create like a boundary between us and the other dog. And then he would kind of run up after us to catch us up and make sure everyone was okay. But he's been like that since day one that I've had him. He's very, very supportive of the pack, very protective of them. And of course that goes without saying, that includes me. But it's definitely directed at some of the more vulnerable dogs, the smaller ones. And yeah, they're funny to watch, and sort of when they demonstrate their natural behaviours, especially when it comes to protection. Hey buddy, you're so good. You're so good. No aggression, just assertion. You know, using space as his main kind of line of defence. You know, putting space between us and any kind of threat, and him being in the middle. And he won't be told otherwise. He won't come away if he thinks there's something that's not yet resolved. So we leave him, not to his own devices, but certainly he gets to make decisions that are good for the pack, and more often than not he does. Hey buddy. Clever dogs. Yeah, so Mac, it's not actually spelled that way, Vlad. It's M-A-K, but it's the same pronunciation. I don't know where the word Mac comes from. I suspect maybe from a book. You might be a character from a book, buddy. I'm not sure. But yeah, and I do walk bigger dogs. I do walk my bigger dogs in the afternoon. So this afternoon I've got what have we got? We've got 2 Labradors I should say, 3 pointers, a Spanish water dog. We're very European. We've got our Labradors, we've got our Spanish water dog, we've got our German short hair pointers, and we've got our poodle this afternoon, we've got our French poodle. We're very European, very pro the EU in the dog community. I should watch what I say. Sometimes it'll change the way that the algorithm will display my content if I say things like that, even in jest. So anyway, it's all about the dogs. It's all about the dogs. But the dogs are, yeah, they're bigger dogs. You can see more of them on the channel, and you can see more of them on my other social medias. Instagram, Facebook. Go and crack on there, guys. Go and show some love to a small business after you're finished on YouTube today. Jeffrey, we are in Edinburgh. You're welcome to come anytime. We'd love to have you. South is like suburbia. You can see all the little houses down there, and then the hills in the background are the sort of natural division of the city. Beyond there becomes different boroughs, or whatever you call them. And then to the north, we've got Edinburgh Castle here. I'll let the screen focus. Right in the centre there on the horizon. And then behind the castle is the North Sea. And then over, I don't know if you guys are going to see this very well, but right, I'm going to point to it and then I'm going to let it focus in. These are the bridges. Do you see the little white peaks? That's at least one of the bridges. That's the new Queensferry crossing, or whatever it's called. And in the foreground of it, which you would never see, is the Fourth Rail Bridge, and in between the two is the Forth Road Bridge. And I can't even see the Forth Road Bridge, but I can see the other two quite well. So come and join us anytime, Jeffrey. It's lovely here. As long as you like dogs, as long as you like Scottish people, I'm sure you'll be fine. Hey guys, I know. Alfie, you coming, bud? You keep hanging back as if you're getting tested. I know. We need to see you on camera. I know, buddy. I know. Right, let's show you the team. I think I said I would do that ages ago. Ruby, 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 good girl. Good girl. What have I got for you? So we've got our Beagle Ruby. There we go. We've got our Westie Charlie. We've got our Shih Tzu Barney. We've got our Border Terrier Alfie. We've got our Welsh Springer Edith. And we've got Mac the Tibetan Terrier. Here we go, guys. Hello. That's the team today. Later on we'll have some of the bigger guys. And then a well-earned weekend off for my sins. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I think I'm going to wrap up now. It's been a pleasure walking with you. If you've not done it already, you can go ahead and join our team by hitting the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It just provides a bit of support to the channel, and it means we get the chance to see each other again. If on that occasion you think it's not for you, then by all means, you don't need to hang around. But it would be nice to see our little community grow. You never know, you might make some friends in the comments. You might even find the love of your life in the comments, right? Who knows, Edith? Who knows? But for me and the team, I'm going to get them. I'm going to do some work with them and take some photos. I think the conditions are too good not to get some good photos of the dogs. And we're going to do that before getting them back to the vans. So thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the next session, which will be Monday around about this time. Until then, take care and have a lovely weekend. Happy Valentines to you all. Okay, take care. Bye bye.